Hey guys, Melissa here, and I want to explain to you why the timing of your different types of workouts is so important to getting the results that you want to get. So this is kind of a theory of how adaptation to training demand works. It's called supercompensation. Basically, here's how it goes. You have your baseline performance, whatever it is, and let's just use an example of I don't know, running a mile or something like that. You have a baseline time in which you can do that or something. So now say you're trying to improve that quality. You would train in order to do it. You would maybe go for a long run or whatever. Let's just talk about, regular old cardiovascular steady state endurance. You would apply some training, some stimulus, some running of some sort. And if you try to do that same training stimulus right after you were done with the first round, well, you would expect that you wouldn't do as well, right? So, after doing your training, your performance in, say, your mile time or whatever would be less, right? Because you're tired. It takes some time for your body to recover. Okay, and then when you recover, then you kind of return to baseline, and then there's this window of opportunity in which if you attempt to, run the mile again, your performance would be better than your baseline, your initial time. Okay, and then after time, if you wait too long though, you're gonna kind of be detrained again, and then you're gonna slowly go back to baseline. You didn't improve. So if you ran once a month, you would pretty much always return to baseline, and you would have no improvement in your time. Okay, but if you ran every day, you probably would, okay? Or even if you ran every other day. Maybe if you ran twice a week, you would have some improvement. It kind of depends on your starting point and stuff. But you can see that if you ran every 2 hours, you probably would not have an improvement in your performance because you never get to recover. So if you apply a training stimulus, the same kind, too soon, if you apply it down here, well, you'll have that same curve, but if you apply it too soon again, you're going to end up in this kind of downward spiral, or you never recover, okay? And this is sort of a little bit what overtraining is like, right? If you train too much, too hard, of the same type without recovery, you're going to end up going below your baseline performance, what you started with. At the same time, if you wait too long, if you apply a training stimulus here of the same kind, well, okay, then you'll go through this again. Oops, wrong way. You'll go through this again and end up right at baseline if you apply it not frequently enough. So the key is you want to apply your next training stimulus kind of at the peak of this supercompensation curve, and then you'll get the same kind of training curve. And if you apply it again here, all right, you'll get the same kind of training curve. And then you see that your performance now is going up, okay, instead of going down, which is probably what you want, right? So this is why the timing of your different kinds of workouts is so important. And the amount of time it takes to recover from different kinds of training stimulus is a lot different, okay? So if you're doing something like basic cardiovascular training, that can be done up to twice a day, and that's pretty common. If anyone has a cross-country background, you can run twice a day, that's fine, and that actually helps, okay? But for other types of training, like if you're doing a hard lifting workout, you definitely wouldn't want to do that. Now, you can lift twice a day, but that's only, advanced lifters build up to that point, and they're not doing sets of 8 to 10 reps, okay? But the take-home message is, it's important to understand how long it takes to recover from different types of workouts in order to time your next training stimulus appropriately. Okay, so in general, that's why general recommendations are for there to be 48 hours between lifting for the same body part. So if you're doing legs on Monday, you wouldn't want to do legs again on Tuesday, in general, because then you're too early on this curve and you're not going to get that increased performance. If you wait 48 hours, you're more likely to be in this area of the curve and applying a training stimulus that enhances what you're doing. Okay, and if you wait too long, 2 weeks, you're not going to get as much out of it. So different types of training have different recovery times and different kinds of curves. If you understand that and apply your training stimulus appropriately, you're going to get a lot better results.